Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy J-Rob back at it again with another video, and I have something very serious to talk about. Now, if you guys do not know who Deestroying is, his real name is Haye, plays for the UCF Knights, and he's a kicker. Basically, what had happened was he was making YouTube videos. His team found out that he was making revenue, and they said, you can't do that. So now he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, whether he should quit YouTube or quit football. Now, if you guys do not know, the rule of the NCAA is you cannot make money off your likeness or your image, and basically the NCAA owns that, which I think is kind of BS. But you know, those are rules. Whenever I was watching his videos, I always knew that day was gonna come. Cause I know about this. I wrote a 6-page research paper on whether college athletes should be paid back when I was in 10th grade, and I'm going into my sophomore year of college, so I'm well versed in this topic. I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't think this would be something that he could keep quiet. I knew this was gonna happen. Now, he does claim that he doesn't use his likeness in his video. Well, he claims that he doesn't show off that he's an athlete. Well, to be honest, he wouldn't be this big if it wasn't for the videos of him showing off that he plays for UCF. Now, he still would have a good amount of viewership, but he wouldn't be this big, let's be honest. But when I go into his comments, a lot of people say that he should just quit YouTube and just stick with football. But the thing is, hate to say it, he's a second string kicker. I don't know if he's watching this video, who knows. He even said it himself, his subscribers pump him up in the videos. He's a second string kicker, because I did my research on him. He's a second string kicker, kickoff specialist, never attempted a field goal in his career at UCF, and he's a junior. So people say, don't give up on football, you can make it to the NFL. He could. But there's a very low chance of him making it to the NFL. He's a kicker one, and he's a second string kicker at that, as a upperclassman. The only way he can get that starting job is if the starter does horribly or the starter gets injured. But if those things don't occur, it's going to be extremely, and when I say extremely hard, I'm saying I've never played golf. No, I'm not even going to give a comparison. It would be extremely hard for him to make the NFL. But if he works for it, he works for it. But what I'm saying is, looking at it realistically, he has a better chance of growing an audience and actually making good enough money on YouTube rather than making it to the NFL. But a lot of his fans in the comments pump up this dream, and a lot of them are young and they don't know literally, there's 90% of college athletes don't go pro. A lot of these people don't realize that, and you can only do so much, to be honest. And honestly, people still say he shouldn't quit football. People say he shouldn't quit football because he'll lose his scholarship. Well, no, duh, he'll lose his scholarship. But the thing is, the way I see it, he is projected to make a good amount of money if he keeps growing consistently, and if he quits football, he'll actually have more time to make more videos, which will result in more money, and then he'll be able to pay for school. I mean, he's an in-state student, one at UCF, and out-of-state isn't that much for UCF compared to a lot of schools if you go out-of-state, okay? So you have that, and from his other video, he said he was helping his family out, so maybe if he comes from a low-income household, he could get some good scholarships and some financial aid. But a lot of people don't consider that. Honestly, I think if he quit his football team, he'll be doing just fine. He's doing this for his marketing major, and I feel as though with the videos and stuff, he has a brighter future rather than football. I mean, it's hard giving up something you love, but hey, what are you gonna do? And a lot of people don't really see the bigger picture of what's going on here. The NCAA is basically holding these kids like slaves. I hate to say it. These kids, basically, the thing is, they can't make money doing stuff like what he does. But an athlete could easily get a job. There was a college basketball player a few years ago who was an Uber driver. Alright? And there was a Hawaii quarterback who used to deliver pizzas. They could I'm not gonna say They can get a job if they want to, okay? They can. And let's say they worked as a waiter, and somebody said, "Oh yeah, you played Saturday, right? Here's a $50 tip." If nobody sees that, then what's going on? I mean, his image, his likeness was used to get that money, but you're not gonna say anything about that. So what's really wrong with these YouTube videos? The NCAA is corrupt, in the NCAA, they see that they want to keep this rule in place because they don't want to see athletes start selling their autographs and doing all this stuff because they know it's going to get insane. And we already know a lot of them get improper benefits. Let's not act like they aren't, because there's no way they driving these fancy cars, okay? And a lot of them talk about coming from very, very, very humble beginnings. There's no way. Come on, son. Let's be honest. And honestly, him doing this, him sticking it to the NCAA, because he's still putting monetization on his videos, which I think is genius, because he's still fighting it. His school said he should stop, but he's still going at it, and I like that. I like that he's standing up. A lot of his fans watching his videos, they want him to just stop. Like, no, you have to fight this, because a lot of student athletes could gain from this if he actually wins out. Like, the NCAA needs to know that how corrupt they are, and somebody needs to stick it to him. And if he's the guy, he's the guy. All right, because this is it's ridiculous. It's a stupid rule, and the NCAA thinks it's going to be a huge domino effect. Well, these schools make millions of dollars off them, and let's be honest, all the kids get is a free education. Let me just say that, free food, and also they get free housing. But guess what? Not all of them get that. You see, there's a thing called partial scholarships. There's a thing called walk-ons. So the walk-ons can't even do this. The kids with partial scholarships can't even do this. So there's kids who aren't getting the full scholarship, and they still can't make money off their name. That literally is so screwed up. And the NCAA, they're keeping it. I really hope he can change something about this. Right? I do not want him to stop making YouTube videos. I always say I'm a believer of strike the iron when it's hot. We're in an age of if you don't do something now, then there's no point in waiting. People say, oh, he should just wait after he graduates and then make YouTube videos. Well, he's a junior now, so he'll have to wait 1 year. And then he'll have to wait another half of a year for his senior year, because I believe after the season's over, I think he could do it because he's not a part of the team anymore. But a year and a half, his momentum is going to slow the fuck down. You gotta strike the iron when it's hot, all right? And this is a perfect time to do it, all right? If he quits football, it's gonna be sad. And do I want him to quit football? No. Do I think it's the best option for him right now? Hell yes. And a lot of his fans don't believe that. If he's watching this video, yo, Donald, if you're watching this video, man, I'm saying, yo, YouTube is your best bet. You could get sponsorships, brand deals. This money could start expanding. Alright? And honestly, I think it's the best choice for him. People saying the NFL, like, yo, that's a pipe dream, bro. Alright? I hate to say it. Like, he's second string. He's a second string kicker. Alright? Let's be honest. But I really hope the best for this guy. He's an amazing dude. He's funny, and hopefully he'll still be able to monetize his videos. Hopefully the NCAA changes this rule, and this whole little thing can completely change the landscape of collegiate sports forever. So hopefully something is done. Definitely not anything negative. And yeah, that's about it. But anyway, this has been another J-Rob video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.
When I touch a mill, I'ma be the same dude. Split the money with my gang too, and we be swerving in that Audi coupe.